Welcome back to Broke to Rich from Flipping Only in Cataclysm Classic. In this challenge, we're going to be flipping from 0 gold to 100k. We will be using my flipping guide and all the techniques and methods from it. So sit back and follow the journey. Hey guys, and welcome back to Broke to Rich. We're on episode number 5, and this one is going to be a really good episode. So where we left off last episode, we had a bunch of sales and we tried a fair few different markets. In this episode, we're going to try the rest of the markets and show you how to actually flip in them. We're currently sitting at 8,763 gold in our bags, and we also have a bunch of items that we still need to sell for even more gold. So the series is coming along very nicely. So what we're going to do, first of all, before we post the items, we're actually going to go ahead and we're going to buy more items to flip. So let's go ahead and see what we can work with today. We still haven't done BOEs, we haven't done mounts, we haven't done pets, we haven't done toys. Let's go ahead and start off with toys, pets, and also mounts. There's not many mounts in Cataclysm Classic, but we'll go ahead and we'll do these three groups. So we're going to be scanning 89 items that are currently up on this specific round. Let's go ahead, we'll scan through these and we'll see what good deals there are in these categories. Now these are kind of niche categories and you can find some hidden gems. So this right here, selling for nearly 3 gold, but the market value is 22 gold. There's a lot of profit there. And these pets tend to sell pretty quickly. They have a really high sell rate. So we might as well go ahead and reset the market on those. Let's go ahead and buy these out. We got the mechanical chicken. The market value 3,814 gold. And there's only one posted for 1k. We will take the risk. It has a bit of a lower sell rate, but it can sell for a lot of profit, and there's only one available, so we can post it for as much profit as possible. We'll go ahead and buy that. We'll do the silver tabby. This is also another pet, bunch posted for like 3 gold. We should be able to make a little bit of profit off those, but they have a really good sell rate. What have we got here? 135 gold market value. There is some posted for 40 gold. Let's see how many others are actually posted for this right here. So we go ahead and we click on the drop down, we'll be able to see how many there are. Also, there's only actually one posted for 40 gold. We'll go ahead and buy that, make over 100 gold profit off selling that one right there. So some of these actually have a decent sell rate, some don't have the best sell rate. So there's 2 posted at 60 gold for this, one to cut the other guy at 171 gold with this item right here. We have the orange tabby. What else we got here that can make a bit more profit? We have the flying machines. I believe these are made with professions, but there's a whole heap posted for 350 gold, and then the next highest is 900 gold. We'll go ahead and we'll buy all of these. So there's 4 that we can actually go ahead and buy for only 350 gold. We will be competing with crafters. I believe that's how this item is made, but it is definitely worth the risk. We can make a lot of profit off each of those. And that looks like probably all of the items right there that are inside of those groups. So let's go ahead and let's check out the BOEs. So obviously we have the 85 BOEs, which have like the raid BOEs and stuff. You need a decent amount of gold to flip them. So we'll just start off with the level 80 to 84 BOEs, and we'll see what we can find here. So some of these people buy for like leveling and whatnot, just so they have a decent amount of gear, especially the level from like 80 to 85. Leveling ults and stuff that they leveled up in Wrath. So some of these items can sell really quickly and also for a decent amount of profit. So we'll just go through here and we'll see what items. Really what we want to be doing is making sure the buy price is obviously lower than the market value, the region market value, and also the region sale average. If the buy price is lower than all 3 of them criterias, they're definitely worth looking into to see. For an example, if we buy one of these and then we can bump it from 300 all the way up to 900 gold. If we had to buy say like 10 of that item at 300 to bump it up to 900, we probably don't want to buy like 10 of the same item. So we just go through, see what criteria is, see if they meet them 3 criteria, and then also there's a few other things we look at. Want to make sure it's got a high sell rate. We don't have to buy out like over 10 of them to make the price change in a drastic amount. Some of my favorite flips honestly are where you only have to buy 1 of an item and there's no competition on the auction house. This way you can post it for a much higher and the operations will automatically know that no one else has posted the item, and so the operation will automatically post it for a much higher price. These can be some of the best flips, and then also like flips where you buy them and you only need to buy one of the item before there is a massive jump up. So say one item is posted, it's worth like 2k gold, but there's one posted, well, this for an example, there's one posted for 1k and the next highest is 2.5k. So you only need to buy one item and then it jumps up the price really high. That was a really good example, that item that we we're just looking at right there. Then there are also some really good flips where there's only one item posted at a low price and then it jumps up like to a very high price for the next one. They're also really good flips. Some of these BOEs actually sold really quickly, obviously because people are still leveling ults, messing around with ults and whatnot. They actually sell very quickly, so you can have some very quick turnover with the Cata BOEs. Now if you do have a bit more gold, obviously you can start flipping like the level 85 BOEs, like the raid BOEs and like the Valor Point BOBs. These sell extremely well, but you do need to have a decent amount of gold to be able to invest into these level 85 BOEs because they're not that cheap. So maybe in the next few episodes, once we have a bit more gold for this challenge, we might start flipping. Oh, here's a really good flip actually. Only 50 gold for this. Market value is 382 gold and has a super high sell rate. Let's go ahead and buy that. But back to what I was saying, maybe in future episodes when we have a bit more gold to spend on the raid BOEs, things that sell for like 5k, 10k. Some of them even sell up to like 50k gold on my realm. So once we have a bit more gold, we might start playing around with those. But at the moment, we don't really have too much gold to start flipping those purple BOEs, the level 85 ones. But we can mess around definitely with like the level 85 BOEs, like these lower level ones, like your blues and your greens. You don't have to spend too much of these, and they also sell very quickly. A lot of people that just hit level 85, fresh 85, go ahead and buy some of these BOEs off the auction house just to get that item level to get into their heroic dungeons and whatnot. But yeah, we'll just keep going through here. We've still got 3.3k we want to spend, and obviously we want to spend all of this gold. There's no point keeping gold in our bags with this challenge. The more gold basically that we have sitting in our bags is just being wasted. We want to reinvest it so our gold can make even more gold from doing these flips. Do a market reset on this piece right here. We'll see what else there is worth buying. Now some of the crafted PvP pieces can be a bit risky to actually flip because you're going to be competing with crafters, so people that can just craft them. And if you do a big market reset on some of the level 85 crafted PvP gear, what can happen is it will show on TSM and other add-ons that people use for making gold with professions. It will show that that item is now profitable after you've done a big market reset and made the price jump up from a low price to a high price. What it will do is it will show on the crafters add-ons like TSM that craft is now profitable. So a lot of the times once you do a market reset on them crafted PvP pieces, a bunch of crafters will actually start crafting it because it's profitable again. Then you got to compete with them. It can be done. You just need to keep in consideration and keep in your mind that will happen, and you will have a bit of competition, so you will have to do some cancel scans. So we also have the level 19 twinks, the twink group. This has all the best items for level 19 twinking. They do sell a bit slower. People still do this, and they buy these items basically to just dominate on the low level BGs. So they make their level 19 character as strong as possible by buying all these different pieces of gear and farming all the best gear for level 19. And they join the BGs and they just basically destroy it in the BGs. But some of these you can actually make a decent amount of gold from. Some of the items are pretty rare. They do have a decent sell rate too, some of them. There's still a big scene and a lot of people doing level 19 twinking. This is a really good group actually to flip, especially if you have the market to yourself. If you're playing on not one of the main high pop realms, but a realm that is less high pop, a lot of the time you can basically control this market if you're the only one that's actually doing the twink market, and you can make a lot of gold from flipping these items. So it's always worth doing a scan on the level 19 twink items. That group's right down the bottom of all the different groups for my flipping guide. So make sure you go ahead and check that out, and you can find some decent flips down here. Sometimes, but very rarely, people will buy these items even when they're just leveling. The majority of the time it will be twinks, level 19 twinks, that are going ahead and buying these specialty items that are best in slot for level 19. Alright, so we've pretty much cleared all that out. We still have 1.5k gold left. Let's go ahead, we'll do a scan on the best transmogs group. This has the top 100 transmogs. Well, actually, we also have the other group selected here. Let's deselect that. We just want to have the best transmog group selected, and this has the top 100 transmogs in Cataclysm Classic. These have some like of the really big boy ones, and also some of the really quick selling ones. Just some of the best looking transmogs and the most high demand transmogs that I personally recommend. So that's why I've put them in a group of the top 100 transmogs, and this is this group right here. Ooh, we could do a bit of a market reset. Buy these for about 175 gold to 200 gold. Repost them for 550 gold. I think we're going to go ahead and do this. They've got a really good sell rate. This actually looks really cool for a transmog. We only have to buy 3 of them out before we bump the price up to 550 gold. So let's go ahead and buy those out. See what else we're working with here. The region sale average on that shield is very low. I want to maybe find something that has a bit better prices across the board. Here's a good one right here actually. The Bloodlust gloves. Buy those for 500, resell them for 1k. That's a nice 2x profit right there. Alright, let's go ahead. Let's collect all of these different items from the mailbox and get them all posted up on the auction house. Obviously, we also still have to post all of the items that were expired in our mailbox. So we've got a bunch of items, as you can see. However, profit on all these items. How the operations are set up, if you don't know already, is that they'll only post an item at a minimum of 20% profit or more. The majority of the time though, they will be posting for way more profit than that. It goes for as much profit as possible for every single item that you buy. It will keep track of how much you paid for an item, so it knows for a minimum price to never post it unless it is over 20% minimum profit margin. Alright, so let's go ahead and we'll get everything posted up on the auction house, and we'll see what the auction house is currently sitting at in value, to see what we're looking at the moment. But basically we've covered all the markets, all the main markets. If you haven't seen episode like 1, 2, 3 and 4, make sure you go ahead and you watch those, because in each episode, at the first few episodes, we cover each market one by one. This one we covered some of the more like niche markets and basically all of the markets in one go. I think we covered like 4 to 5 different markets in this episode right here. Some of the more like different markets. In the first few episodes we covered like the main markets, we covered materials, we covered recipes, we covered transmogs and whatnot, and they're probably the main markets. So now we've got 72k posted up in the auction house. We have another 1.3k gold in our bags that we just got out of the mailbox. We'll go ahead and we'll spend that on some recipes here, just so we can be making a bit more gold over the next few days for us. And then we'll see how many sales we get. It may be a week from now or so. We'll give it a bit longer than usual, just so we can put up a decent amount of sales for this episode. But we're basically just going through and making sure anything that we're buying meets the criterias from the flipping guide. Let's go ahead and buy all these, post them up on the auction house, and we'll just go ahead and check once more what the auction house is currently sitting at. Post these all up here. We're sitting at 76k. Alright, so it's been a few days now. Let's go ahead and check out the mailbox and see what sales we have waiting for us. Ooh, so in the first 100, we actually have 23,000 gold waiting for us. Now these sales are over the past 6 or 7 days, roughly about a week. So they didn't happen overnight. They've been over about the last 6 days or week. So let's go ahead and collect the first 100 mails that are in the mailbox. Super stoked with the results so far. We're definitely growing in gold. Considering just a few weeks ago, we started off with 100 gold, and we already have this much gold in sales waiting for us. So let's go ahead and collect the rest of these. And it looks like we're actually going to be over like 25k of gold that we are currently sitting at. Let's go ahead and collect the rest of these. So a bunch of different sales. I think the best things were transmogs, and then the recipes gave us the most profit out of these items. So what is the grand total we have in liquid gold? 26,439 gold in liquid gold in our bags. Super stoked with that. We also have a bunch of items on the auction house that we still need to sell for even more profit. So super stoked with how this is going so far. Let's go ahead and check out the auction house and just see what we still have posted up on here. So we have another 47k posted up on the auction house, and then we've got the 26k in our bags. So we've made a lot of gold over the past couple weeks. Let's go ahead. So the biggest flip right here was for 5k profit for this transmog bow. We've got 3.2k for that. We've got a recipe for 2.5k, another transmog 2.3k, another recipe for 1.8k, but we've got a bunch of different items. As you can see, we've flipped a whole heap of different items right here, which I'm super stoked with. 37k profit in total. So that was it for this episode. If you'd like to learn how to flip how I am, you can find all the information inside of my Cataclysm Classic flipping guide. This will teach you everything about flipping that you need to know. It'll also give you my TSM groups and operations that you can import to your TSM, and it will do all of the hard work for you. So if you want to go ahead and check that out, it'll be the first link down below in the description box. However, if you've been enjoying, hit the thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.